So my name is Chef Kai. I'm the executive chef here. I just wanted to first and foremost say thank you all and welcome you to our space. I am very excited to be able to share this recipe with you and really just cook some really good food. All right, guys, so today for you, we are going to make a Cajun salmon cake, and then with that is going to be a creamy spinach pasta. I'm just gonna kind of give you a little bit of a rundown for our ingredients. We have some peppers and onions here, some canned salmon. For the cakes, we have some panko, Cajun seasoning, eggs, and mayo. We have all of our mise en place together, so mise en place means everything in its place. So we're going to cut off the top part of the onion, but leave on the stem, right? And that'll help us when we go to cut it down, right? So we're gonna go in horizontally into our onion and make very small, thin cuts, as small as possible. We're then gonna take our onion and we're gonna go vertically and cut that down. And then we'll cut horizontally across again, all the way down. And you see that that will give you these really nice, small, fine pieces of onion. The easiest way to cut down your green pepper is gonna be to take off the tops, take off the bottom, and then that'll give you, right, pepper that's easy for you to cut down through. And then you take your knife and get in there and just roll it out. Once you have your pepper strips or your pepper juliennes, so this cut here, right, so this is called a julienne. It's French, nice and thin. Then we're gonna cut that down, again, very fine into a small cut. Once the pepper is cut down, these small pieces, that's called a brunoise. All French terms that you'll hear in and out of professional kitchens. We're just gonna mix the rest of our ingredients in. Canned salmon is a great source of protein. It's a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is good for brain health. Mayo, 3 tablespoons. We're going to add in our panko breadcrumbs. We have some Cajun seasoning here, so 3.5 tablespoons of your Cajun seasoning. So 3 eggs get cracked directly in. We're gonna get a nice big scoop. We'll take our mixture and then we're just gonna pat that down and form that right into our salmon cake. We're gonna lay them out on a lightly greased sheet tray or baking pan. While that's cooking, then we're gonna get started on our pasta. One part of cooking a complete meal is making sure that your timing is down pat so that everything gets finished at about the same time. So we're gonna get our water boiling. We wanna make sure that that's at a rolling boil. And we're also gonna salt the water. So I always tell our students when we're salting water for pasta, we wanna make sure that it's salty like the sea. And we're gonna let our pasta cook for 5 to 7 minutes.
What is the best or most nutritious oil to use?
Typically, I like to use a flavor neutral oil. Olive oil has the most nutrition, right? If you could kind of say that. I mean, all oil is really just fat. Avocado oil is probably really, and coconut oil are probably your 2 healthiest. The sauce for our pasta, we have just a standard cream sauce or a bechamel. We're gonna start with a couple packs of butter. We're gonna go about 3 tablespoons. And then we're gonna add in 3/4 cup of flour. And that's gonna start to make our roux in a pan. So the flour will start to cook a little bit, starts to toast, it gets fragrant. That's how you know that it's about ready and you can add in your milk. So it is important to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time and just adding in sort of a little bit at a time.
I'd like to know if the milk can be substituted and what kind of milk are you using?
So we are using whole milk, and the milk absolutely can be substituted. Again, it really just depends on what your preference is. And then I would say to avoid using milks that are really going to change the flavor. So what I'm gonna do now is take our spinach, and this is a little hack, I'm gonna throw that right into the water with the pasta because we're gonna toss that all together, 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna take all of this and strain this out. So we have a couple extra minutes that we need for our sauce. We know we have a couple extra minutes that we need for our salmon cake, and our pasta is just hanging out, still warm, but ready to go. So we're going to turn off the heat, and we're going to mix in a little bit of garlic powder, and then 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. So if you burn dairy in any capacity in a pan, that flavor permeates the entire dish. So we're gonna take our pasta and our spinach, and just mix that right into our sauce. We're going to take out our salmon cakes from the oven. They've had a nice time to cook in here, so they've gotten nice and crispy. So we let that all mix in well. That smells good, right? All right, and then we'll just take a nice big scoop and get that plated up. Nice and colorful, ton of spinach in there. We'll take our salmon cakes, throw those on there. That's it, guys. There you go. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for your time.